Peace. This is Coach Khayr with Team Success, where teamwork makes the dream work. And you're watching Coach K TV. I got a question for you. Have you offered your ancestors any money lately? Just ask yourself, when was the last time you offered some money to your ancestors? Having some hard financial times? Wanting to go to your ancestors? What have you done for them lately? Your ancestors are not all powerful. They are extensions of you. Have you made a deposit with your ancestral bank lately? That's the question. Why don't you try offering your ancestors some money to go along with the incense and the candles and the food and the liquor and the water and the cigars and the prayers? Why don't you offer them a little extra? I'm just asking. Something to think about. Peace. This is Coach Khayr, and today we're talking about ancestor money. I want to make sure I make this very clear to you about what this lesson is about. A lot of people want to know, why is it that we don't have money? And why are we constantly broke? Or why are we constantly in debt? Well, we, and especially melanated people who look like myself, do not pay any type of financial tribute to our ancestors. We give them water, we give them alcohol, we give them incense, we give them all the crystals, we put pictures up, but we never give them any money, okay? Never. Oh, I spend money on the candles, and I spend money on the incense, and I spend money on the liquor and the cigars and all that. But when was the last time you put some money on your ancestors' books? What am I saying? Your debt follows you even to the grave. So, for instance, my father died and had debt. So that debt went with him to the other side. Now, if he doesn't have any way to compensate that debt on the other side, then that particular life is going to be less agreeable, less favorable, not as prosperous. But if there's a way for me to pay it forward or send some money to the ancestral realm, then I want to participate in that. And that's what this video is about. Go to Google and type in JOSS, J-O-S-S paper, JOSS paper. Pause this and go look up JOSS paper. Good. Now, after you read about JOSS paper, it's really ancestral money. The Chinese, every country in the world makes money for their ancestors except the United States. So let me give you an example of how this works. Let's say you need $1,200 for a camera and you got $900 saved up, and you got a check for $500 coming in, or somebody owes you $500. And you're going to get the camera on Monday. They're going to give you the money on Saturday, and today is Thursday. So all you got to do is just get through the weekend, right? And your transmission goes out in your car, and you have to pay $1,000 to get the transmission fixed. Now you got to get the transmission fixed because you got to get back and forth to work. You got a family. You got to drop the kids off. You got to do whatever your hustle is. And now you pay that $1,000 for the transmission, and you only got $400 left over. What happened? That was your ancestors saying, I need that. Every time this little shortage comes of, I was so close, and then all of a sudden something happens, go back and ask yourself, was I honoring my ancestors? Okay? For those of you who've ever had a friend in jail or bond, or tied up, when you put some money, they say, well, I don't have any money in jail. You go put some money on their books. It's the same thing for your ancestors. You putting some money on their books. How do you think your ancestors would feel if they saw you putting something on their books? Now, I'm not talking about Obatala and Shango and Yemeya. I'm talking about your grandmother. I'm talking about your local ancestors. I'm talking about your aunt and your uncle. People who fed you. When you put your feet up under their table and sat down and there was food at the table, those people that you know their names. What is your Aunt Maggie, Grandma Hollis, Uncle Mayfield, or Arthur Lee, something like that, where you actually calling their names out, okay? Those are the ancestors that I'm talking about, because they're waiting to assist us. They are waiting to assist us, but if they're not financially straight, how can they assist us in our finances? You want a miracle, you want them to close a door, lock a door, make sure the police don't bother you. But why can't they help us with our prosperity and our wealth? They can. All we have to do is honor them with what we want to be honored with. If I'm giving them incense, they're giving me more incense. If I'm giving them food, they're giving me more food. But sometimes I need some more money, some more fiat currency. And this video is for people who believe in the energy of money and currency and who need some more of it. That's who this video is for. And who want and desire to honor your ancestors through this particular ritual, okay? Yeah, don't want to get freaked out. So today, I'm going to show you the process and ancestor money, and also how to use it, okay? How to make an offering, and I have packages. I have a package. Everything you see on this table is ancestor money, all right? And the denominations are much larger in the spiritual realm than they are over here, okay? Some even say that your ancestors can use this money to bribe the gatekeeper out of hell, or bribe the orbsman, or pay the orbsman to move them from one bad situation in the afterlife to a much better situation. When they talk about streets paved with gold, that's real talk, all right? So here we are. Now I'm going to show you, I guess in order, some things that I have to offer, or that you may be able to find if you can get to like a Chinese market. If you can find a Chinese market, or you can go online and get this, that's fine and dandy. I've traveled a lot of places to be able to collect this, and now I'm offering it to the public as well as the education. So I'm going to show you what it's for, and then I'm going to offer it if you want to add it, all right? First off, these are $10,000 bills, all right? These are $10 million bills. And you notice that the Jade Emperor, who is the god of money, is on all of these bills. That's the small face 10 million. And these are the big face 10 millions. These are $1 billion bills. 1 billion. Count the zeros. $1 billion bills. And these I've just acquired lately through some hard work are $5 billion bills. Just think about sending your ancestor $5 billion. $5 billion, all right? This is Ancestor silver. This is Ancestor gold, all right? On all of these, I like to write the names of my ancestors. So I may write my grandmother's name, grandfather's name, my father's name, my uncle's name, somebody who meant a lot to me, one of my elders who taught me a lot. Big shouts out to Abby Ilias. He gets these all the time, all right? Now, these are the angelic gold. With the writing on it is for the gods or for the angels. So if you want to send this to whatever particular deity that rules your head or that you have your altar set up for, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Obatala, Shango. If you're dealing with any of the pantheon of gods that are there to assist us because they are real, you can put their name on this, or you can just do it as a general prayer. But don't mix. I do not prescribe you mixing Orisha with Egyptian gods. I don't prescribe that. Pick one and stay with it. Just be consistent, okay? Just do one thing at a time. Don't send confused signals. I wouldn't do that if I was you. And these are like tails. And I use these to light from the candle. So I light from the candle and then I do the burn. What do I burn in? You could use a pot. You could use something made of tin. This is very safe. This is what I personally use. You could go get a cookie tin from the CVS or Walgreens. Take the cookies out and use the tin. If you stay in a small apartment, you just burn, it's only a little bit. You just need to burn a bill twice a week. And that's what this is. This is a 1 month supply for 2 days a week, making monetary offerings of ancestor money to your ancestors twice a week. Okay? Twice a week, that's all. 2 days. What are the best days? I have a certain system that I use where I help identify to people what their power days are for doing specific money offerings or money rituals. If that's interesting to you, then you can contact me and I will let you know those days. If you already know your days, that's fine. Now, one more thing. I want to show you how to fold up the gold. All right? So you're going to take the gold and fold it to where the lip is coming over to whatever the element is. And then you do it just like you're creasing some pants and you fold it under. Bow. And I folded it under and there's the gold. It's just that easy. Same thing for the silver. I fold it over to the silver. I tuck in the ends. And there you have it. Same thing for the Ancestor gold. I fold it over.